Today is February 3rd, 2015. This is Wayne Goldsboro Television. I'm Wayne Alley.
And I'm Kim Best. Good morning. Thank you for being with us.
Well, today is the second day of the week, the third day of the month.
That's right.
The month is February.
Happy February.
Yeah, happy everything there. Yeah, how you doing?
I'm doing great. I'm doing really good.
We are enjoying some nice weather, although it's been cool here of late.
Yes, it has.
Cool temperature. Didn't quite get up to the average last week, but we're working on it. And the first thing you know, and a quick reminder.
Yes.
Daylight saving time.
Yes.
Begins on March 8th.
I love that.
Yes.
Love those
Remember
days getting
that.
longer.
Okay.
And
yes, they are getting, by the seconds, they're getting a little longer. And
That's
we'll
right.
remind you again.
What's the date? March
8th.
March 8th.
That's a Sunday. So as you
Very
retire
good.
for the evening, March 7th, you'll want to set your clocks ahead.
That's right.
All right,
And
we'll
spring
remind
forward.
you about that. Yeah, exactly. Spring forward. Yeah,
That's right.
you're gonna lose an hour of sleep, but wow.
It'll be worth it. Those days will get longer.
Yes, indeedy.
Well, on today's show, Wayne, we have Crimestoppers.
Oh, good.
Asking for your help.
Yeah.
We also have the University of Mount Olive's drama department. We have some representatives here.
Okay.
A little drama in your world.
That's fine.
They're here talking about their very first production the drama department's ever done at the University of Mount Olive.
Okay.
So stay tuned and hear a little more about that.
Oh, that's one of my favorite plays.
Is it?
Yes,
We're not going to tell you what it is. You have to wait for the interview.
No, you have to wait.
And it's
Good.
going to be in the beautiful and totally renovated Byrd Auditorium.
Well, the former Mount Olive High School.
That's exactly right.
I love that place.
exactly right.
I love that place. Yeah.
What you got?
I had a couple of birthdays yesterday. I failed to mention.
Uh-oh.
Yesterday was Tommy Smothers' birthday.
From the
you remember
Smothers
the Smothers?
Brothers?
You
I
remember
certainly
them?
do.
Okay. One was Dickie. He was a serious guy. And Tommy was the little flaky guy, if you know what I mean. He's 77 years today.
Good gracious.
Yeah, but on their summer replacement show, which actually became a regular program, Tommy was the one who was the yo-yo man.
Yo-yo
He
man.
was a yo-yo fanatic and was a yo-yo expert to some degree.
Okay.
And he gave demonstrations.
Oh, wow.
And it sounds really, really, really boring, but knowing Tommy Smothers, he made
made it
fun.
funny.
Oh, it was hilarious. It
I'm
was
sure he
just
did.
Hilarious. Those two guys were hilarious anyway.
I've seen a few bits of things they have done, and they really were funny. And in their day, they were quite humorous.
No, that is so true. They were very humorous and funny too.
Okay.
All right, Christy Brinkley he's 77. Christy Brinkley turned 60 yesterday.
You wouldn't know it.
I
Let
know.
me just tell you. You so wouldn't know it.
And Michael T. Weiss. Now, I should know who that is, but he's an actor on television. He's 52, and I can't place him.
I can't either.
Okay, but he's famous.
Okay.
I mean, really, everybody
Thank
knows
you
this
for
guy.
sharing.
Oh, yeah. Today, having a birthday, Nathan Lane, funny guy.
Yes, oh, yeah.
Oh, he's hilarious. He's 58 today. Does a lot of Broadway. A lot of Broadway. Also does a lot of TV as well. Morgan Fairchild.
Oh, wow.
Now, that lovely lady, listen to this. She is 64.
She is one beautiful lady.
Oh, boy. Ryan Sanborn is 25 today. Sarah Carbonaro, talk show host, is 30. And the lovely Blythe Danner is 71.
Oh, my goodness. And that is Gwyneth Paltrow's mother.
That's right.
And she's a fabulous actress, by the way. Just
Blythe
fabulous.
Danner?
Yes.
Oh, God, yes.
Fabulous.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, my goodness.
Yeah.
Been in so many movies.
Yeah. She was in Rich Man, Poor Man
Yeah,
some
she has the
years
most
ago.
beautiful skin of any woman I have ever seen.
Really?
I've just paid attention to that, but she does have gorgeous skin. Next time you see her in a movie, take note.
She's a very pretty lady. Mara Tierney, if you don't know the
Yes.
name, you know her? Okay.
certainly do.
She's 49 today.
Ah, we're the
Yeah.
same age.
Is that right?
Yeah.
You're 49?
I'm 49.
Oh, you don't look
I didn't
49.
know
You're
that we
not
were the same
49.
age.
You're the same age as Mara Tierney.
Okay.
Yes.
How about that?
Yeah, she's pretty too. She's a pretty lady. And that's it for birthdays.
All right. Well, let me remind you, we would love to have you come and participate in our annual Interfaith Breakfast. This is Human Relations Month, February is. And the annual Interfaith Breakfast is a partnership between the City of Goldsboro, the County of Wayne, and Seymour Johnson Air Force Base. It'll be taking place on Thursday, February the 12th at 8 o'clock a.m., a breakfast that'll cost you $7.50.
Wow.
It's an hour-long program.
Great.
Put on through the Community Affairs Department with the city. But they'd ask that you RSVP no later than February the 10th. And that's when, next Tuesday?
That's Tuesday.
So next Tuesday is your last day to RSVP
Right.
and register. And Thursday is the actual event.
All right.
Fantastic.
That's
And it'll be
good.
taking place at the Herman Park Center.
So if you're a human
And you relate to
and
people.
you relate to people, there you go.
Let's celebrate.
That's right. Celebrate and relate. Be human.
Yes.
Okay.
Oh,
Are we having
yes,
fun?
we're going to have an interesting day, I can tell.
Yes, it's going to be that.
Have you heard about the Down East Open that Mark Wilson was talking about recently? It's a golf tournament, and it's new. I think it's made up of all municipal golf courses in surrounding areas.
Yes.
And there's like 3 or 4 golf courses that each day you'll play at a different golf course. But of course, it's all the same tournament, and that is going to be taking place March 20th through 22nd, so 3 days.
Yeah.
And it's called the Down East Open. And to find out more details about that, you can call or go online to Goldsboro Parks and Recreation. The phone number is 739-7490. Is that right?
That sounds right.
Oh, let me see. Here it is. No, 7491.
I knew that.
Now, 7490 is probably one of their numbers.
It's one of their numbers.
We're going to assume it is.
They've got a whole bunch of them, and that's
yes,
just
they
one
do.
of them. That's one of
or
many.
you can go to GoldsboroParksandRec.com and find out details and get registered for the Down East Open, March 20th through 22nd.
Sounds good.
Stay with us. Good morning and welcome to this week's Crime of the Week. Joining me in the studio today is Sergeant Paige Learnard. She is the coordinator for Crimestoppers for Goldsboro-Wayne County. We're here to tell you how you can help us solve crimes. Good morning. Glad to have you.
Thank you for having me. Good morning.
Absolutely. So what have you got today that we can ask the community to help us with?
Well, unfortunately, we are seeing a little bit of a rise in vehicle break-ins, and we did have a rash of reports, I guess for lack of better words, come in on January 27th, and so I want to talk to them about that.
Okay.
Basically what happened was we received about a total of 7 to 10 reports. There was actually 10 vehicles that were victim to the break-in, and they were all in a general area. We had numerous reports come in where these victims all parked their vehicles at their residence, and it was in a particular area, which is Tanya Drive, Sunset Place, Christopher Allen Drive, Michelle Dawn Drive, all in the general area. And the next morning when they woke up on the morning of January 27th, they discovered numerous vehicle break-ins.
Well, Paige, did any of these vehicles have anything in common?
Well, it was a wide, not necessarily the make or anything of that of the vehicles, but it was a wide variety of items stolen, and it really ranged from currency to gym bags with personal items in it, to Gucci glasses, to wireless headphones, anything that obviously piqued their interest they took from these vehicles. But in particular, we also had 2 $1,500 shotguns stolen, which is they're large items.
Right.
And so we want those items off the streets and back in the owner's hands.
Absolutely. Now, Paige, were these vehicles secured?
They were not secured. Unfortunately, and we keep talking to the public, and I know that Sheriff Pierce recently has done an article also, again, highlighting this, but we think our vehicles are secure and our residents are even parked at the street in front of our house, but unfortunately in these days, you need to lock your cars.
No matter where they are.
No matter where they're at. I don't care if they're in your house and in your garage.
You lock them.
I still tell people lock your cars, and items like guns, handbags, your purses, ladies, you just don't need to leave these in your car.
Right.
And unfortunately, that's what happened. And we fortunately have some surveillance photo, and which is what I have brought for the public to see. So we're hoping that somebody will, recognize this male subject in this surveillance video. The clothing is distinctive, and we're hoping maybe somebody out there will say, hey, this is possibly an individual that they'll provide the name of.
So we think this same individual is the one breaking into multiple cars?
That's correct. Yes.
Okay, and it all happened in one night?
Right, the night of the 26th and the morning of the 27th is when they reported all the break-ins.
Okay, and it all was in one general area?
Yeah.
So you see the suspect right now on the screen. If you recognize this person, you can give Paige a call or a text at Crimestoppers. The information is rolling at the bottom of the screen right now. And then tell us once again, for those who do not know, how they can join in with Crimestoppers.
Yeah, very simple. All they have to do is contact those numbers, and when they contact that number, it's blocked, so I can't see their name or their number. We set up a code name, and if they text, we can still set up code names through the texting. They give me the information. If we identify the subject and we're able to make a felony arrest, then it makes them eligible for a cash reward. So they check back in with me because I cannot call them, and I'll let them know what the status is of their tip information. And if it does pan out and we're able to make an arrest, then we'll meet at a place they're comfortable with, and they'll get a cash reward.
Well, Paige, do we know of any particular reason why this time of year we're having so many car break-ins? Is there any commonality that would cause this, or is it just random?
I don't know that we can necessarily say there's a commonality in this rash per se. Sometimes we can say that like at Christmas time, where we kind of see things coming.
That's what I was thinking. It's an odd time of year.
Right. I don't see anything traditionally. I think what's going on in this place is that the victims made it easy, for the suspect, unfortunately. And a lot of times suspects will go around and they'll try 20 door handles on vehicles.
Right.
And they might be that one person that made it easy on them, that they'll go in there and take whatever they can. So I don't know. I think this was the time of night made it easier for the suspect.
Right, and then the doors being
the commonality of them all being unlocked.
So we just want to tell everyone, please, please, please don't make it easy for them. Lock your cars, keep them secure, no matter where they are. Keep your car doors locked at all times.
Right,
it's almost like inviting them. Let's don't invite them to come in our cars.
A lot of people are still under that notion of keeping their doors unlocked. They feel like the damage will be less. I'm not really sure that works either from all the reports we see. Sometimes you will have vehicle doors locked or unlocked, and they'll still damage the vehicle for whatever reason. And so that doesn't always work. Yeah.
Well, thank you for being with us today and sharing this information. If you recognize the individual that was shown in this particular photograph, call, Paige, text, use any of this information, join in Crimestoppers, and help us solve this crime. Thank you for being with us, and this is this week's Crime of the Week. Have you heard what's happening at the University of Mount Olive? They have some new things happening, and joining me in the studio today, I have Jonathan Tedder and Chelsea Von Dijk. They are here as drama students at the University of Mount Olive in the very first drama club. Welcome to the show, guys.
Thank you.
Glad to have you. Well, Jonathan and Chelsea, tell me a little bit, if you will, about this new drama club that's been formed in the past year and what you're getting ready to perform.
Well, the drama club is called La Belle Époque, which translates to Beautiful Era, and it's a period in the history. And we only recently started last year with a couple of people, and it's slowly grown out to more people as to where we can put on the production of Harvey. And Harvey is the production that we're going to be performing soon.
So the very first production ever through the drama club at the University of Mount Olive is Harvey. You all will be performing this where and when?
It'll be February 13th and 14th at 7:30 in the Byrd Assembly Hall, which is
newly renovated Byrd Assembly Hall, I might add. Well, can you tell me who started this drama club and who the directors are of this particular show?
The directors of this particular show are John Clifton, Dr. Tiana Yonkers, and the school nurse, Nurse Joanna Morgan. And the drama club was started by them two. They petitioned with Dr. Kerstetter and his wife, Mary Kerstetter, and they're a big fan of the fine arts. And
that always helps.
Yes, absolutely. And they work really hard to establish a good program at the University of Mount Olive for the fine arts. So when there was talk about a new drama club, they were enthusiastic right away.
I'm sure. Yeah. I'm sure. It adds such a new dimension to a college atmosphere, I'm sure, to have the drama and the fine arts in general. Well, Jonathan, tell me how you became a part of this particular show, Harvey.
I was walking by auditions. I didn't even know there were auditions, actually. And walking by, and Nurse Joe, like she mentioned, who's one of the directors, drugged me in and said, read this sheet of paper, and the rest
look
is
at you
history.
now.
You're right, yeah.
Chelsea, how about you? Were you drugged in as well?
No, I came in voluntarily.
Okay, there you go. What's your story?
My story is they were trying to set up this production, and at one of the drama club meetings, they showed us a little clip of Harvey, of the play, and it was such a funny story that I decided right then and there that I wanted to be a part of it.
Did they show you the original Harvey, the one with Jimmy Stewart?
No, at first they showed us the onstage production with the actor that plays Dr. Sheldon Cooper in The Big Bang Theory.
Yes, okay.
Yes.
So that's what brought you in.
Yes, just the funny plot line brought me in, and it was so much fun. And it was a short clip of 6 minutes, and I laughed so hard that I decided that I wanted to do it.
So obviously this is a comedy,
yes.
A drama comedy. Will you tell me a little bit about the plot line, both of you?
Like she said, it's called Harvey, and Harvey, isn't actually a character you'll see. He's a 6-foot white imaginary rabbit to Elwood P. Dowd, who
Interesting.
is the main character in the play.
Yep.
So an invisible rabbit is one of the main characters.
Yes.
Well, how about that?
Yes, it makes for some very interesting dialogue.
I can only imagine. So tell me more about the plot line.
So Elwood is the main character of the show, and his best friend is the invisible rabbit. And he's a little well-off. His mom recently died and left him a big amount of money in a nice house. And his sister and his niece are living in with him. And his niece is coming at the age where, you know, the mom wants her to get married soon. So she's trying to set the daughter up with a couple of nice men. But every time she gets somewhere with one of those men, Elwood comes in with his invisible rabbit and introduces them to everyone. So that kind of chases them away, and that aggravates the sister so much that she decides to take drastic measures and commit him to the sanitarium.
Uh-oh.
Yep. And once they get to the sanitarium, Dr. Sanderson and I, Nurse Kelly, we make a small mistake that turns out to be a very big mistake after all, because we
goodness.
commit the sister instead of Elwood.
Oh, that's a different twist on things.
Yep. Yep.
So then there's all kinds of storylines that goes along with that, and there's a relationship here. Now tell me
Yep.
what you play, what part you play, and how your characters are intertwined.
I'm Dr. Lyman Sanderson.
At the sanitarium?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
And I'm Nurse Ruth Kelly at the sanitarium.
And I'm not the head psychiatrist. I'm under Dr. Chumley, who doesn't see patients anymore. He just kind of looks over the place.
Yep.
Okay.
And our roles there, we go back and forth. We love each other, but we hate each other at the same time. So
Yep.
we kind of keep each
Love-hate
other in check.
relationship.
Exactly.
Absolutely, absolutely. I'm head over heels in love with him, but at the same time, I want to, you know, make a name for myself too. I want to make known that I'm present. Because for a woman in that time to
Right.
speak up to someone like I speak up to Dr. Sanderson is, you know, is really, really edgy.
Absolutely, absolutely. This is set back in what year, what era?
1940s.
1940s.
Yes.
Okay, fantastic. So this show has about how many people in it?
12.
Yes.
12 people, 6 guys, 6 girls?
Yes.
Okay, so that's your ensemble. It is going to be taking place February 13th and 14th, 7:30 p.m. at the newly renovated Byrd Assembly Hall.
Yep.
Perfect. Have you all rehearsed there?
Yes.
I would
Yes.
assume.
Yes.
It's
a lot.
it's a beautiful place.
Oh, absolutely.
Very
So
nice.
7:30. Now, how much does it cost for people in the community to be able to see this?
Absolutely nothing.
Free of charge.
Free of charge.
Free of charge.
No tickets necessary.
You cannot beat that.
Nope, absolutely.
February 13th and 14th, Byrd Assembly Hall, free of charge, very first drama ever put on at the University of Mount Olive in a beautiful setting,
Yep.
and it's Harvey.
Yep.
We want to invite everybody in the community to come and be a part. Well, thank you guys so much for being here. We appreciate it. It's going to be an interesting show. I want to congratulate you on your very first drama that will be taking place soon. Thank you to all of you out there who have heard this interview. We're hoping you'll go and be a part and see Harvey enjoy the plot line and the invisible rabbit. How about that? Thank you so much. And that's what's happening at the University of Mount Olive.
We're back on Wayne Goldsboro Television.
Absolutely. Well, the drama Harvey.
Oh yeah, oh
That you said was one of your favorites.
Yeah, it is. It is.
How about
it's
that?
It's a comedy. Comedy, kind of a drama, but it's a comedy, and you feel so bad for Elwood P. Dowd because
his tall white rabbit?
his 6 foot 1.5 inch rabbit friend.
Really? Who's
Oh,
invisible?
yeah. Yeah, and you know, he puts his arm around him. He says, "Now look, Harvey," and he talks to him. You know, and no one can hear Harvey or even see Harvey, but he's there.
Of course he is.
But you feel for Elwood Dowd, and I think Stewart won. I think Stewart won a
Jimmy Stewart he's talking about.
yeah. Jimmy Stewart won an award for that movie, and the movie won awards. But it's a fascinating movie, and I can't wait to get Dr. Peters in from the hospital out here
to talk about it a little bit.
I want to ask him about that. Yeah, about the movie and the play, and you feel sorry for his sister. She's the one that ended up in the hospital.
Well, you know, I just think it is fantastic that there were a group of people, John Clifton, of course, being the ringleader, that got together and decided with Dr. Kerstetter.
The
How about
ringleader.
that?
That's good.
They got together with Dr. Kerstetter, of course,
Yeah.
at the University of Mount Olive to create this drama department
Yes.
about a year ago.
Yeah.
And now, 1 year later, it's established and they're putting on their first production, and I think that's fantastic.
It's exciting. It's a great play for
It
one thing.
certainly
It's one of
is.
my favorites, as I mentioned. But and it's not an easy one to do.
I'm sure.
But I have absolute confidence that they will pull this one
I'm
off.
sure they will. So February 13th and 14th,
Yeah.
free of charge in Mount Olive. Just show up, 7:30.
That's great. No
It sure
charge
is.
to
No
see
charge
this.
at all.
That's fantastic.
They're trying to build their program and
Yeah.
build their reputation, so I'm excited for them.
I am too. I think
Yeah.
it's just absolutely great. You know, and the college keeps growing. They keep
Oh my
doing,
goodness.
Last year we had the coach in of the soccer department. They had just
Oh,
started
yes.
their soccer
Uh-huh.
thing there, and they're doing great. Their sports program just continues.
Oh, my
they
goodness.
keep winning
Yes, they do.
nationally with national recognition and everything. It's just an amazing school.
And so for now them to have an entire fine arts department, and it's in a new facility,
Yeah.
so they've got a state-of-the-art facility,
I know, it's
practice
beautiful.
rooms, all the things that you need to have a recognized fine arts department. So I'm thrilled that the University of Mount Olive has this now. And, you know, they have so many international students that are coming to the university.
Yes.
Because the young lady, of course, that you saw in the interview today was from
Chelsea.
the Netherlands.
Chelsea, yeah.
Chelsea's from the Netherlands.
And it's like she grew up here. I mean, she spoke so
She did.
well.
She did speak well.
She did. I mean, well, I don't mean she spoke well. I
In
mean, she
English.
spoke English well.
Right,
She speaks
right.
English well.
Yeah,
I
I'm
didn't
sure it's
know.
going to be a cute, cute play. So if
Oh.
you're out and about, you need something to do or would like something to do and you love drama, February 13th and 14th, 7:30 p.m. Go check it out, Harvey.
Yeah, it's drama and comedy. It's a dramedy kind of a thing. It's,
A dramedy?
it's a dramedy kind of.
That's
It's a
pretty
great
cute.
movie. Thank you. I'd like to take claim for making that one up, but I didn't. Anyway, today,
Yes.
the 3rd of Dimanche, is African American Coaches Day.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Today is Four Chaplains Memorial Day, and there's a story behind that. There was a movie made about it, and it's a fantastic story. I won't get into it right now, but it is an amazing story about sacrifice
Okay.
during the war. The day the music died. You know what today is?
What?
Today's the day the music died. You ever heard the song American Pie
Yes.
by Don McLean?
Yes.
It was about Buddy Holly and the plane that crashed
Yes,
in
absolutely.
near Cedar Lake, Iowa, 1959.
I was going to ask what year that was. In
1959, yeah.
Do
And
you remember
there-
where you were?
Yes, I was 11 years old.
Were you? 'Cause I knew I wasn't born
I
yet.
was 10. I was 10 at the time, at this time of year. I was 10 years old, but, and I remember the music, and I remember the Buddy Holly and J.P. Big Bopper Richardson, hello, baby, he said, and Richie Valens. And a movie was made by him, too. But guess who was supposed to be on that plane and didn't get on that plane? A fellow by the name of Waylon Jennings.
Oh, my goodness.
He didn't get on the plane because he wasn't a star at that time.
Uh-huh.
And they didn't have room for him.
Oh,
And he
wow.
was sick anyway. So he just said, well, fellas, go ahead. I'll wait this one out.
Oh, wow.
All right?
My goodness.
Mine too. Here we go. I guess it's time.
I think that's all for today.
That's it. We'll be back tomorrow right here. We hope you're right there. So for Wayne Goldsboro Television, I'm Wayne Alley.
And I'm Kim Best. And this is what's happening in your community.